hopeful that towards the end of this year, all of us are going to sing our praises in Biafra land. So, welcoming our Prime Minister. Angola, we are welcoming our Prime Minister with a sum of $625. And the people that made it possible are as follows. My humble self, Mazin Namde, Anosike, $50. Mazi Okechukwu, Onyacho, $50. Mazi James, $50. Mazi Daniel Umezurike, aka Wankemado, $100. Mazi Sonny King, $100. Mazi Kelly Ugochukwu, $100. Mazi Okechukwu Obioha, $20. Mazi Chinedu Ahanonu, $100. Mazi Obinna Anazode, $10. Mazi Innocent Ozomenem, $30. Mazi Anthony Friday Nwoko, $5. Mazi Naji Jude C, $10. Totaling $625. So this is to welcome our Prime Minister to Angola, to Africa. And you know, our Prime Minister, we are coming to Africa is very historic. You know, it was this same Africa that our supreme leader, that these people, the criminal that surrounded him, lured him to Africa, and they sold him and betrayed him to Fulani cabals with the help of our Eastern governors and their politicians. So today, they are nowhere to be found. They now know that good name is better than silver and gold. I beat my chest to tell Biafrans today that in this world, it is the first Igbo man living or dead that money could not buy. This is our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And second person that's in living or dead Igbo man that money cannot buy on this earth is our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I say kudos to them. Mejibuago, I salute you. Triangle, I will follow you. I hit my mic. There we go.
Angola and Anosike, thank you very much. Ununanya Ajaro from the beginning. And you have proven that again and again and again. Angola, I get very soon. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lenwem Daniel Uzoma, unmute yourself. Lenwem Daniel Uzoma, unmute yourself. Lenwem Daniel Uzoma, unmute. You have the mic. There we go.
Yeah, good evening. Honorable PM. I salute everyone. Honorable Minister, I salute you.
There we
go. No. Yeah, I welcome to Africa. I'm from Autopilot Gambia chapter. Our admin Emego tend to go the thing surgery. Make welcome. But upon that, actually may add for something. Every minute when he came in my video enabled.
Okay, open your video. Open your video, please. Open your video. Open. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Please, anyone speaking, when you want your camera to be enabled, let us know, please.
And make welcome from Gambia. So here in Gambia, there's a way the people do it. I want to bread and butter palapa with the pumpiter and chocolate. I need $500 now. It does here. So I add a plate of fufu with 500. So with Unquil, I add a with 500. So you have 1,500. So okay, you guys through the admin.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Udo. I appreciate you. Thank you, Daniel. You are on day one.
Mazi Daniel, what countries
From
Mazi
Gambia.
Daniel? Oh, the Gambia. Okay, thank you very much.
Gambia. All right. We go to the next person. Oka Biafra. Oka Biafra, unmute yourself. Oka Biafra, grab the mic, unmute yourself. Oka Biafra is not ready. Okay, Francis Okonkwo. Francis Okonkwo, unmute yourself. Francis Okonkwo, you have the mic.
All right. Good evening, my Prime Minister.
Don't mute yourself. Don't mute yourself. After you unmute, just continue speaking. Don't touch the phone again. Continue speaking, please.
You will meet me from there.
You're back now. You're back now. I can hear you right on.
All right. Good evening, sir, my Prime Minister. Evo Minister of Information, good evening. Can I go live?
Yeah. Go on. You need your camera on. Enable it.
All right. All right. Good evening, my PM. Calling from the homeland here in Nigeria, in the zoo.
There, what?
Thank you. Happy to welcome you in Africa. In the long while. I everyone is trying to say, and make an ending is okay. I don't know why. None in Africa. One of them na say no in Africa. And the way Munyam Inyegi
Oh my God! Declaration. Now the news have been designed. So now all a complete set. So this how you look at the yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh no,
yes. Yes. When I still money 10,000 in Africa. No. From Igbocha, that day. More from Igbocha that day. When I say no, I need to have to be man. I'm was an I tip we are for so tip we watching a corner. Watching a car on our one. I feel we not tumba. I am with them. I ain't it. How to come out of the I ain't make them Maria. No, Manu no came on. I ain't they make sure if I can. They put out. I put up by force. Life. Honestly, find him. I can TC organic. No one name. God bless you, sir. Like my wife said, yeah, Auroria, Isiago Bosia, EMA declaration. Ekpa said in Tiago, we Parambanakea. Now, I knew Undibu, I went pouch. Yes. And I took our PC again. One is a white women and him. Do he a chose a time, I white as a Isiago. Amam ife achọrọ ịghọ, amam ife achọrọ ime ka anyị ghọọ. Edere ya ede, ọgbata obi ihe. Ị na-afụ ya?
Ndewo.
Ọgbata obi ihe. Ka anyị rie eke ka ọ dị.
Ana m afụ ya.
So that day yiri ere n'isi agụ. Uru okpu ihe gwara mgbanaka. Onye mere anyị announcement. Anyị ewetiwezi ekpomọ ụmụnne. Ya gazie.
Ndewo.
Ya gazie.
Ndewo.
Thank you.
I hear my mic.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Okay, we go to the next speaker. Namdi Anosike. Namdi Anosike, is your turn. Unmute yourself.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is. You don't share for the land of the indigenous people of Biafra. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is heating up as it stands now because a lot of people feel that it is the time for this man to be released. And as it is now, Huriwa have faulted removal of Ozekome Ejiofor from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria has denounced the removal of Mike Ozekome and Ifeanyi Ejiofor from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. The right advocacy group described the move as not just a High Court technical error, but a profound misstep considering the monumental successes both lawyers have achieved while defending Kanu. The group, in a statement by its national coordinator, Emmanuel Onwubiko, yesterday highlighted that the removal of Ozekome and Ejiofor occurred at a critical juncture in Kanu's legal battle. He pointed out how the new set of lawyers failed to convince the judge to grant bail to the IPOB leader given his health challenges, which signals a setback in his quest for justice. The removal of Ozekome and Ejiofor came at a critical juncture in Kanu's legal battle, marked by the recent poor outing of the new set of lawyers who could not succeed in convincing the judge to grant their client a bail in view of his health challenges, Huriwa said. The rights group extolled Ozekome and Ejiofor for their vibrant legal representations, noting that their expertise and unwavering commitment to justice have been instrumental in navigating the complexity of Kanu's case. It highlighted Ozekome's legal acumen, which has led to dismissal of numerous charges against Kanu. Similarly, they acknowledged Ejiofor's steadfast advocacy and unwavering commitment to his client's cause, despite facing personal risk, including alleged assassination attempts and tragic losses. Meanwhile, the youth wing of the APES Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndị Igbo Youth Council Worldwide, yesterday called on the federal government to release Kanu and bring about peace in the southeast region. The leader of the IPOB recently stated that he could end insecurity in the region within 2 minutes of his release from detention. A statement issued by the national president of Ohanaeze Ndị Igbo Youth Council, Okwu Nnabike, appealed to the president, Bola Tinubu's government, to leverage on Kanu's assertion and restore normalcy in the region. Okwu noted that Kanu's continued detention is not beneficial to the country, saying that granting him bail would be the best interest of Nigeria's security. He said it was in the overall interest of Nigeria's security that he should be granted bail and allowed to attend his trial from home. Nigeria has been contending with all manner of insecurity from different quarters for years now, even before Tinubu came on board, but any non-kinetic approach that will bring about peace should be speedily embraced by the government. When I don't see they happen, many people are still choking mouth for the matter where we say it concern Mazen Nandekano Ohamadike one of Ndibo as the query the government and also pleading with the government to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released as soon as possible from the DSS detention. And Ohaneze is of the opinion that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release will bring about peace and tranquility in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And I think that the government should look into this thing. Looking at these things, the government has looked into other matters like this, like the case of Sunday Goho, even the case of Sowore and the rest of them. I think Kanu should be given the same privilege as other political activists in Nigeria. All right, I see the be for Nigeria. The information will be say just enter for my table now. Be say Tinubu don't place 3 months ban on foreign trips for ministers, others. President Bola Tinubu has banned ministers, head of agencies, and other government officials from embarking on public-funded foreign trips. The ban will last for 3 months in the first instance and will take effect on April 1st, 2024. This was contained in a letter dated March 12, 2024 and signed by the Chief of Staff to the President Femi Gbajamiamila. An address to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, in January, Tinubu issued an order to reduce the number of people accompanying him on both local and foreign trips, noting that his delegation members should not exceed 25 for local travels and 20 for international trips. He also mandated that security agents at his destination should provide his protection instead of being accompanied by many security personnel from Abuja. This came following the backlash he faced during and after the last 28th Conference of Parties, COP28, in the United Arab Emirates, which about 590 Nigerian officials attended. Responding to the public outburst, the government said it provided funding for only 422 out of the 590 individuals in the delegation. The letter indicating the ban read in part, Mr. President has concern about the rising cost of travel expenses borne by ministries, departments and agencies of the government, as well as the growing need for cabinet members and heads of MDAs to focus on their respective mandates for effective service delivery. Considering the current economic challenges and the need for responsible fiscal management, I am writing to communicate Mr. President's directive to place a temporary ban on all public-funded international trips for all federal government officials at all levels for an initial period of 3 months from 1st April 2024. The ban, according to the letter, was aimed at reducing costs in governance. It added, the temporary measure is aimed at cost reduction in governance and intended as a cost-saving measure without comprising government functions. Tinubu added that government officials who intend to go on any public-funded foreign trips must seek and get presidential approval at least 2 weeks before embarking on any sun trip, which must be deemed absolutely necessary. It added, all government officials who intend to go on any public-funded international trip must seek and obtain presidential approval at least 2 weeks period to embarking on such trip, which must be deemed absolutely necessary. When I don't see as that matter to unfold, my question is this necessary? Is the presidency not overstepping his bound on placing ban on ministers from traveling to outside the country for a public-funded trip? Another matter is this one of the ways of cutting the cost? I think cutting the cost is quite allowing because taking 422 delegates to United Arab Emirates, of course, the government sponsored this trip. I don't know how much the government has spent in sponsoring this number of people for this trip to United Arab Emirates, but I think that must have cost the government a lot. And I think if that's the best way the government will be able to cut costs, I think and the bicycle and Nemenyalo Simenyalo one or Sike. So let it not be only on the ministers, let it affect each and every office and parastatal in government so that they will be able to know what they are doing with the money and also be able to give a proper account of the expenditure. I think it's high time Nigeria will adopt an open government where the government will be able to tell the people what they are doing with their money and if there is any infrastructural development, the location and the cost of that particular development. Meanwhile, as it be, Niger Delta militants aren't kidnapping their families like bandits because they are all armed in creeks. Gumi, Gumi na they talk this one. Say Niger Delta people know they kidnap their families because all of them are armed. In the compare with waiting they happen for the northern part of Nigeria, as if the issue of terrorism have become the order of the day. Ahmed Gumi, Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, said militants in Niger Delta region aren't kidnapping their family members of their communities like bandits in the north because they are all armed in their creek. Gumi said this during an interview on Nigeria Info FM on Monday evening, reviewing his call for amnesty for the bandits terrorizing the northern part of the country. The controversial critic said the federal government must grant bandits amnesty just like the Yaradua administration did for the militants in Niger Delta region for peace to return to the north. Countered with the argument that bandits aren't fighting for a cause, unlike militants who were angry because the government neglected their oil-rich region, where the country generates the bulk of its revenue. Gumi said bandits are also marginalized Nigerians who have no access to education, health, good water, or other social amenities. When asked the reason why bandits are kidnapping their family and members of their community, unlike militants who targeted mostly expatriate workers for oil companies and government officials, the cleric said it is because everyone in the creek is armed. The reason is because they are all armed. They are all armed in the creek, he said. He added that bandits, who are most herdsmen, according to him, are terrorizing other northerners because they believe that they are conniving with security agents to fight them. Gumi said the federal government should negotiate with the kidnappers who abducted about 287 school children from Kuriga Government Secondary School, LEA Primary School in the Chikun local government area of Kaduna State because it is the only reasonable way to ensure the safe return of the peoples. He argued that the negotiation does not necessarily mean money will be paid to the kidnappers. It might be releasing prisoners for captives. Onye mere unu make I wind down the curtain here.